Hi everyone, my name's Raf Roberts. I'm going to be taking you through a series of tutorials here on Adobe Photoshop. The tutorials are all available via my website, tutorialtrack.com. So we'll dive right in. Firstly, what is Photoshop? It's a program used for a whole bunch of different creative purposes. I've listed a few here. Photo retouching and photo manipulation are the two key elements that were originally the program was originally used for, but since then the program has grown over time and it's now used for a very wide range of practices. So web designers, game designers, people in film, animators, graphic designers, print media like business cards, brochures, and fine artists as well. The program is probably arguably the most widely used creative software for visual design in a computer, but it's also a good companion program to all the other Adobe software and other programs as well. Okay, so to load Photoshop up, I'm on a Mac computer here, so I can't demonstrate the Windows process, but if you're on a Windows computer, you click your Start button, which is the button in the corner of the screen. All programs, click on Adobe and then Adobe Photoshop, you'll find it there. On a Mac, you'll find it through the Finder, just click on Applications and then Adobe Photoshop. As we work through these tutorials, no doubt you're going to come up against certain times when you get stuck, questions that you have. If that's the case, you can get in touch via the website, you'll find comment boxes there, and we also have a Facebook page, so you can get in touch through that. Okay, so this first video, I really just want to go over the basic interface, show you where things fit together, how it all works. So in Photoshop we can create graphics from scratch, or we can load graphics into the program and work with them from there. So I've actually got 3 different photographs that I've loaded in here, or photo manipulations that we've got in the program. Down the track we'll be looking at creating these sorts of graphics, combining different photographs. So yes, we've loaded these into the computer. You can get your images from a digital camera, you can scan them in with a scanner, or as I say, you can create graphics from scratch. Even this text here that I've written, I've just quickly created that in Photoshop itself. Okay, so the interface, we've got tools down the side of the screen here, and I like to think of these a little bit like your artist's drawers. So you've got things like a brush tool for painting with a brush and a razor for rubbing out, and then you've got certain key tools that are specific to internet-based techniques, computer-based techniques. Text tool here, for instance, for writing text. And so we'll go through these over the coming videos. And then up the top here, I won't cover everything here, but this key panel across second row down, as I click through the tools down the side, you can see that this panel changes to reflect certain options that I have with the tool that I grab. So here I'll grab the brush tool, looks like a little brush, and the panel for the brush tool comes across the top here. And we've got things like, I'll just create a new picture quickly. Okay, so with our brush tool we can do things like select a size for the brush. So I've just clicked on this arrow, I've got a bigger brush, or I'll bring it down, smaller brush. Going here again, we've got a menu here where we can choose different brush shapes. Hang on. Oops, no, it's a big brush, big leaf brush. We get the idea. Okay, so panels at the side here. Once again, we're going to go through all these in coming weeks. The main thing to look at here is just how to collapse and open these panels that we have. So we've got 2 columns here, you can see. Actually, when you load the program, you're most likely going to see Workspace. Probably something like this will be more what you're likely to see. At any point in time in the program, you can always go to Window, Workspace, Reset Essentials, or Essentials here, and that will put all of your tools and panels in the default locations, which is useful when you're learning the program, so you can find these things quickly, because it's possible for other people to come and use the program and end up moving these panels around, so it's nice to know you can get them back through this menu here to the default. Okay, so if I click on this arrow at the top, the column expands, showing me more information. So at the moment there's two little things that are hidden here essentially, and if I click on the arrows, the panel comes out. Likewise, click on them again, it shrinks. I can get more information on what these panels are if I hover the mouse just over the edge, the dividing line here, and I can pull them out. So you can see it, the icon slides out, and it's telling me that this one is a bridge, this one's history. We'll get into all of that, but it's good just to practice getting around these. Same thing here, if I click the arrow, the panel shrinks up, click it again, opens out, so that brings these up and down. And I can also shrink these down to just icons. This is useful if you need more space on your screen while you're working. You can sort of shrink your tools, put them away for a while when you don't need them, and then you can bring them out. So sort of three states: an icon state, an icon and text, and then the full panels. So I think we might, oh no, I'll just go over the windows in the program. So as I said before, I've got these different images that are open in the program at the moment. To get another image open, I go to File, then choose Open, and then it will ask me where on my computer I want to go to grab the file. So I can just go browse through all the files on my computer, grab what I want. Opening and saving files is not something I'm really going to cover in great detail in these tutorials, but hopefully that's something you're familiar with already. If not, you can always let me know. And then saving we'll cover down the track. There's a few different things there with saving. Okay, so these windows, you can see the name of the image is written at the top of the screen. So I've got an untitled image here, one I haven't saved yet. I've got two of those, and these three images just have a standard sort of a name and what they're saved as in the computer. And I click on the menu bar at the top to go between these. So that's all fairly straightforward. The other thing to be aware of is I can click and drag these windows around. So if I'm going to hold down my mouse button now and pull this out, and you can see now that I'm looking at two images at the same time within the computer. I can drag out a third one. Okay, so we've got three separate images, so see 1, 2, 3. If I want to push them back together again, I can drag this bar at the top of the image, and when I hover the mouse over the other window, you can see that blue bar that appears, and when I let go, it just snaps that back into place. I'll do it with this one too. Alright, so now we've got all of our windows sitting in one main container window again. So you can work like this, or you can have all your windows separated. It really doesn't matter. If you're on a Windows computer and you minimize a window, which is the button on a Windows computer, it's on this side, but you click this downstroke button and it will shrink it down, and you'll find, if you do that on a Windows computer, you'll find the image here. Some people, I see students get stuck because they lose the window, don't know where their graphic's gone, it's sitting down here. The other thing to be aware of, very useful, if you ever are lost with your windows, don't know where to find them, you can go to your window menu here, and all your image windows are listed down the bottom of this window drop down menu, and I can quickly go to those to bring up the image that I want. So window, go to this one, window, go to this one. So yeah, that's about it. In the next tutorial we'll just start looking at some of these tools.